You brought up your commentary that you did there for several months over on AEW Dark. Commentary is a big topic of conversation right now in pro wrestling. Did you have any experience before that? Were you given any tips? Like, was there anybody that worked with you when you were doing commentary for AEW?
No, not really. It's just, I mean, like, I think, AEW, they want you to be yourselves. I think, and from what I gather, like, there's very little thus far. There's very little like, you must do this, you must say that, you must not say this. Like, I did it the first time, and I enjoyed it, and it was fun. And I was talking about stuff, and afterwards, Taz said to me, "So when Excalibur's doing a count, don't talk after the count, because the count is the most important thing in the match. Because obviously you could win, even if it's like a move, and they're probably not going to win. Even if it's like a snapmare, and then they cover you." They're probably not going to win the snapmare and cover, but I still don't talk when he's counting, because the counting adds to the build up of the climax of the event. So after the first time, Taz pulled me to the corner and said a couple of things, a couple of do's, a couple of don'ts, but basically just been have fun, and I spoke very authentically, because like I'd watch somebody do a move, and I'd give my 2 pence worth. And then I'd ask Taz, I'd say, Taz, like, I'm learning, I'm new at this. Taz, why did he do that? What's the reason they did that? Or would you do that? Because Taz was one of the best at what he did and the way he wrestled. So yeah, for me it was great. I got to sit there with Excalibur, who's really, really knowledgeable. Oh my goodness, Excalibur's really good. Like, I had no idea how good Excalibur was. I knew he was good. I liked his voice. I liked his kind of really unique voice, but I had no idea how good he was until I sat with him and then listened to like the commands in the headset from the truck, from the back, and having to do all that whilst call the action. I was like, wow, man, he's really, really, really good. And I only heard some of the commands. He had the big boy headset, but he heard all the commands. So that was good. Excalibur's good. Taz is really good. We had fun. We had a giggle on commentary. I learned a lot. Because I'm a huge wrestling fan. I'm a massive wrestling fan. And I got to watch wrestling with Taz, one of the guys that got me in wrestling, and Excalibur, one of the most knowledgeable guys in wrestling. So I learned a lot from a performance standpoint, sitting next to those guys for 6-7 months. I sat with them for.
Wow, dude. And so, I mean, obviously, as you've mentioned, 2012 bronze-winning Olympic boxer. Is there anybody else in AEW that has affinity for boxing? Anybody that's impressed with you that's impressed you, or you train with or spar with, anything like that?
Yeah. Well, not spar, but I've held the pads for a couple of the guys when I first got there, and I'm making friends and stuff. Jack Evans, big boxing fan. Jack Evans, big boxing fan, which surprised me, because I thought it'd be like not. I didn't think you would be a boxing fan. Big boxing fan. Me and Jack Evans. I took him on the pads a few times. Thunder Rosa, she's tough, man. She's like our women's division. I know our women's division got a bit of flack at the beginning, which I thought was a bit unfair, because those girls really work hard. But our women's division now has come on leaps and bounds the last 12 months or so. Like additions like Thunder Rosa, God, she's tough as. I train her. Like, I'll train her on the pads at 3 on the mitts at like 3 p.m. Then she'll go and wrestle a 20-minute banger on AEW Dark Elevation at like 6 p.m. She is tough as they come. Really, really good. I've got a lot of respect for her, both as a person and as a professional wrestler. Britt Baker's amazing. Done no pads with her, but they're the main two. I haven't done pads with Tay Conti, but I've seen her on the pads with Danny Limelight. He knows a bit about boxing as well, so he trains her sometimes. So yeah, a whole locker room full of genuine people that want to get better. I think they want to get better all the time.
Yeah, and last thing I wanted to ask about while I have you here, some big news obviously with AEW moving to TBS in 2022 and adding finally the second show here, AEW Rampage, on Friday nights. How do you feel about this expanded content block for AEW? What does this mean for Anthony Ogogo?
Yeah, no, I don't really know what it means. I don't really know the channels. Like, I don't know the networks over here. I don't know what they mean. I mean, I know they're both Ted Turner. I mean, I don't even know. I could pretend I know. I don't know. TNT sounds cool. The TNT title sounds cool. TBS, I don't know if it's in. I don't know. I don't really know much about the channels over here and what's a good channel, what's a better or worse channel. Ultimately, I just want a platform. I just want to be on TV each week, doing what I do, getting better as a professional wrestler, growing as an athlete, growing as a performer, and getting better. And once I smash Cody on Sunday, just going and hopefully winning a shed load of belts, and like leaving my mark on history on this great industry. So, but I mean, the second show will be great because I know it's really hard to get on Dynamite. I know we've got a locker room full of we've got Dynamite's our flagship show. Then you've got AEW Dark Elevation and AEW Dark, and then you think everybody wants to be on Dynamite. You see some of the names are on Dark and Dark Elevation, like they're Dynamite names. Moxley, Kingston, those guys are wrestling on Elevation quite frequently. Got some people like Angelico. Angelico hasn't been on Dynamite for a while, and he's been wrestling on Elevation. Angelico actually is one of the guys that's impressed me the most. Like I knew he was good before I got here, but watching him close up and personal, blooming hell, he's really good, man. And someone like Angelico not to get on Dynamite just shows just how stacked our roster is. So a third hour of TV would be great because it's another platform for other guys to get in there and getting their reps in and become stars, because we want a company obviously full of stars. We want a company full of dream matches between all of us. So the more we can all get over and the more time we have is the better. Is better. And I think it's great that Tony Khan is gone for the third hour being a whole separate show rather than a 3-hour wrestling show. Because when the other players went to 3-hour wrestling shows, that's when I stopped watching, really. Or stopped watching as intently. I don't watch anymore, but when I was kind of making the bridge from boxer to wrestler, I was watching all the wrestling everywhere because I wanted to become a wrestler, so I had to watch it to know what to become or know what to become. And then when they got to 3 hours, I was like, I didn't watch it as fervently because I was like, it's too long. So I think 2 hours is a perfect time for a wrestling TV show. It's exciting. It's action packed, and the third 1 hour show will be even more exciting and even more action packed because there's all the same talent and half the time to get us all in. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to this weekend. I'll be there in Jacksonville Sunday live, watching the action. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you and Cody. It's gonna be great, man. Crowds are back. You're gonna have a full audience there. I'm sure you're very excited to have all these fans cheering and or booing for you. I'm intrigued to see what the reaction is like for you too.
Thank you. Cheers. I appreciate it. For me, it's just nice to be back in front of a crowd full of people because I haven't boxed. My last fight was almost 5 years ago. My last boxing match 5 years ago, so it's a long time. And I was born for the crowd. I was born to perform in front of people. So it's gonna be great for me to get in the ring with you, boom each other. I don't care.